Hello, welcome to the YNTAAY Minis. I'm Chris Smith, and this is my mother, Betty.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Today, we're here to talk about a very exciting mystery that's plagued the family for almost 20 years. And by 20, I mean 39, or something like that. When I was 3 years old, my mother and I flew on a United Airplane all the way to San Francisco. Betty, why were we going to San Francisco?
My daughter Janet was going to have her first child and my first grandchild.
Sharon Joanne Francis.
Yes.
And so we flew there. I was just a little child myself. And we flew from Charleston, West Virginia to Chicago. And then how long were we there?
2 weeks.
No, I mean in Chicago.
Oh, just 5 hours.
And then they
Had a
brought
5-hour layover.
they brought a giant 747.
Right.
And didn't a man say, "Look what we're going to ride on"?
Yes. We had the layover, and they were left in Chicago. Boston, and big snowstorm, and then they brought that plane in for us.
And what you don't know is that I witnessed a murder on this plane. Isn't that true, Beth?
Well, that's what you said.
Now, I've hesitated doing this show because there's some blurriness about the dates. See, this murder took place in November of 1972, but as you all know, I wasn't born until September of 75, so I don't know what's going on there. But let me tell you what happened. I was in my seat with my mother, and Betty had fallen asleep because she was very tired, and I got up out of my seat, a little 3-year-old, and I just went a few seats down behind the curtain, and I pulled it open, and what I thought I saw was this man being held by these stewardesses, as they like to be called then, and he's struggling, and I always thought that they opened up the door and threw him out, but I've since found out that if you open up the door on a plane, all the papers blow around, and people are like, "Ah!" and then a mask will come down, and you're like, so that didn't happen. And what I think happened was that they were injecting this man. It's pictured here. This is the suspected victim / passenger. If anyone recognizes him, he's been missing since November of 1972. And they were injecting him in the neck with a hypodermic needle filled with air. And this is the suspected killer, the stewardess. Now, I don't know what her name was, but she saw me, our eyes locked, and she said, "Oh, sweetheart, you can't be back here." And she took me by my little hand and led me back to my seat. Well, what did you say when I told you this story?
I just thought you were...
Touched in the head.
No, I just thought he was dreaming or something.
But...
And I don't think that really happened.
Well, I've got proof right here. This man, look at this mustache. I mean, that's pure 70s. Look at that chest hair and that shirt. And look at this. If anybody recognizes these two people, and there were other flight attendants, stewardesses, involved on this killer flight on United. It was a 747 from Chicago to San Francisco. So if anyone is missing a loved one who maybe never came back and drove to the airport while they were playing, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Dun, 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 dun. Now, Jeanette, who's filming, hello, Jeanette, you've heard this story too, right?
Right.
And did you believe that it happened?
Yes, except for the decompression thing.
Well, yes, but you did think that I witnessed a murder.
Oh, why not?
Well, all these people are making me seem crazy, But I
No,
think
it's not that. You were a child, 3 years old, and I think you just dreamed it up.
well, children are the most pure of souls and spirits and minds. So if a child tells you they've witnessed a murder, you need to believe them. Like these children recently who were saying they saw clowns in the woods and the parents didn't believe them, and there were clowns.
That's right.
Well, I'm going to have my friend Douglas, who's a trained hypnotist, hypnotize me when I go back to LA. And we're going to go back to that day in either 1972 or 1978, whichever one it was. And we're going to find out for sure what happened on this flight. So we're going to do a follow-up about that. But I just wanted to let Betty tell her side of the story.
Well, it didn't really have a side. I mean, I just went along with you.
Oh, well. But you didn't believe me. You were like Carla Dawson saying, I believe you believe it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode, which I may call Murder at 35,000 feet. Or is it just 30,000? I'll find out how high they fly. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.